Okay, so in this particular lecture, we are going to study a very important topic, which is remainder function of Taylor series. Okay, remainder function of Taylor series. So basically, you already know the Taylor series, which is given as fx is equals to fa plus f dash a times x minus a plus f2a. So let this be f1a. Okay, so f2a over 2 factorial times x minus a whole square plus f3a over 3 factorial times x minus a whole cube, and this goes on till the some nth element. So this is n factorial, this is x minus a whole to the power n, and this is given as pnx. Okay, so basically this is the approximation of fx about x equals to a. Clear? So basically, if you have a if you have some interval, let this be a dash and this is b dash, this is x equals to a, and the curve is like this. So basically the pn curve will be approximately same to this, in identical at x equals to a. So they will be identical at x equals to a. Clear? Fa equals to x, and that is fa equals to pna. Okay, so let us talk about some more properties. So basically this is one property. Then you have f dash a will be equals to pn dash a, or f1 equals to p1 in a. Similarly f2a will be equals to p2 na, and this will continue till the nth derivative. So fna will be equals to pnna. Okay, also pn n plus k, that is any n plus k derivative will be 0 for k greater than 0 and k belongs to positive integers. Clear? Got it? Now we will be defining the remainder function, also called the error function. So the remainder function given as Rnx, this is basically equals to fx minus pnx. That is basically the difference between f and its approx. Clear? Difference between f and its approx. This is your remainder function. Clear? So from the above properties written, we can easily say that Rnx is equals to Rna is equals to Rn1a is equals to Rn2a till the nth derivative, and all these values are equals to 0 because fx and pnx will be identical in all these cases, and any n plus kth derivative will be equals to the kth derivative of fx. Clear? Or you can write it general in the form of x. Okay, k with k greater than 0 and k belongs to integer. The reason behind this is this condition. Clear? Got it? Understood about this remainder function actually. Clear? So now we will be finding out the mathematical structure for the remainder function. So let us define a function gx, which is equals to x minus a whole to the power n plus 1. So see, gx follows every property of remainder function, right? You can find it yourself that it follows every property of the remainder function. Clear till this much? Okay, now we will use the Cauchy's mean value theorem. So by Cauchy's mean value theorem, your Rnx minus Rna upon gx minus ga will be equals to Rn1 c1 over g1 c1, and c1 belongs to the interval ax. Clear? Now this particular identity, this particular equation is same as Rnx over gx equals to Rn dash c1 over g dash c1. What is the reason behind that? Rna equal to ga equal to 0. Clear? Acha. Now this condition can be applied to further derivatives till the nth derivative, okay, because you can keep on applying. Now we can apply the Cauchy's mean value theorem on this portion, with the reason being key Rn2 c1 or rather Rn2 a we can say, because c1 is still greater than a, okay, c1 is still greater than a, so we can now consider an interval a c1, okay. Now we can consider this interval a c1, okay, so we can again apply the Cauchy's mean value theorem as Rn dash c1 minus R2a, and this becomes this becomes g dash c1 minus g2a, and this will be equals to Rn2c2 over g2c2, where c2 belongs to the interval ac1, that implies to c2 belongs to the interval ax, because c1 belongs to the interval ax, and these two will again become 0. So ultimately we can keep on doing this till the nth derivative, and finally we will get that Rnx over gx is equals to the nth derivative, or we can rather do it for the n plus 1th derivative also, okay, we can do it for the n plus 1th derivative also. So n plus 1x, n plus 1 say cn plus 1. So this is Rn n plus 1 cn plus 1 over this, you have gn n plus 1 c n plus 1. Clear? So from here we can find the value. So Rnx, now see, Rn n plus 1 will be equals to f of n plus 1, so this becomes f of n plus 1 cn plus 1. The reason we have already studied, over here you have gx, and g the n plus 1 derivative will give you n plus 1 factorial. The reason behind your gx was equals to x minus a whole to the power n plus 1, so its n plus 1 derivative will give you n plus 1 factorial. From here we can say the Rnx is equals to f of n plus 1 cn plus 1 over n plus 1 factorial times, what is gx, x minus a whole to the power n plus 1. Clear? Got it? So this can be a mathematical structure for the remainder theorem, remainder functions, or also called the error function, okay. So let this lecture be up till this much, guys. In the next lecture we will be finding Taylor series of some elementary functions and the error function, the remainder function value of some elementary functions. So meet you guys in the next lecture.